Hey guys, back for another weekly analysis video. Again, no intro, no anything. This is not no crazy. This is pure educational, pure everything. And so, kind of just like I said, gonna stick to my word. Going to record a weekly analysis every week for the futures market. And I'm also thinking about implementing swings, possibly a separate video. Again, it's just something that some ideas, but I know realistically the only people that watch this are my friends and my girlfriend. So again, um, nothing crazy here. But again, if this anyone gains, experience from this or any learning from this, I'm more than happy, more than happy. But anyways, let's get straight into it. So obviously kept the levels from last week similar to what we had. We had that weekly bullish above around 63.75, and then or 63.75, yeah, and then weekly bearish below 87.25. So obviously Monday we opened gap down massively due to the DeepSeek AI stuff. If many of you guys don't know, there was this new company out in China that came out basically saying that we could do stuff cheaper than Nvidia, and so that kind of moved the market pretty heavy on Monday, just because um just because kind of like think about it these ways, these big companies spending all these millions and billions of dollars into these big tech stuff, these chips, these AI chips and everything, and then for a company to come and tell you basically they could do it cheaper is pretty insane. So again, for long-term analysis, it kind of shows a little bit how some of these companies are overvaluated. But again, I don't really want to get into that because again, this is a completely different topic. But again, so Monday obviously we opened gap down. I did keep my levels from 2 weeks ago. I don't know if anybody saw them, but again, I had a 49 and 73 here, and they were going to be pretty important for the day. So I'll go to the candlestick chart. I believe we'll go to Monday. And on Monday, obviously, despite the massive sell-off that we had overnight, we were obviously looking for ways to play short, and that's exactly what I did. Market opened up, and we had this large spike of volume here, and then we kind of consolidated here, and I was shorting the market like around here and here, but again, to no avail. On Monday it was a losing trade, and it was a big like kind of a big learning process because despite the market coming down, you still got to look at the intraday. Long term wise, yes, like shorts were the move, but short term wise, buyers did seem to step in. So again, I was kind of going against the trend, and so I did get a little screwed there. But again, learning process. Again, you're not going to win 100% of the time. But there we had 49 was pretty rejected, kind of close. We did consolidate around this like large buying volume right here. We created that little low volume node, and then we supported it for the whole day. So heading into the next day, I was looking at this 49 level. It was going to be kind of the line in the sand. Below it, we are going to maintain a little bit more bearish action. Above it, we could maybe see some buyers. And again, market did open up. We immediately flushed, got below it, even came back, retested it, and came lower. Again, did not grab the market short here because we were just trying to. I like to let the market develop a little bit more. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, I missed my opportunity, but I was still waiting for maybe pullbacks around this area to continue the market short. And my ideology when trading is pretty simple. Above a certain level, I'm looking to go take the market long, and below I'm looking to take the market short. And that is very important for my analysis because this whole morning up to around 9:49, 9:50, I would even say 10 o'clock, I was looking to take the market short, right? But there was no pullback until we kind of got around this area. But again, there was lots of buying. Look at this massive rally up. So I'm not going to just grab the market short just because it's coming here. I want to gauge it. And so, despite that, we had no ways of playing short, and that is actually when my bias flipped, and I went more into a long perspective. And so, I actually grabbed the market long when we dipped right below here, and I was actually able to ride this trade for a pretty good amount. I believe here I took a good 60% off. Again, just because in the long-term scheme of things, we're still in kind of more um, favoring sellers at this point in time, favoring sellers. So a lot of my longs have to be, or I prefer and more comfortable of them being shorter targets just because of what the trend is right now. So I took 60% off here, and so the rest two contracts that I had, I wrote it out to about 66, I would say. That's kind of where I took it. The rest, again, small win. Yes, I left a lot on the table, but again, I followed my plan, and that's all that matters, right? There's going to be lots of days where it continues to run, but as long as you follow your plan and sell at your levels, there's nothing you should be upset about. And so yeah, I took a nice win there. I believe the target I had there was at 74, so that target did get taken. So that's good to know. And again, that weekly bearish level did become very key eventually that day, and we kind of consolidated around it. We rejected, then got above it and held it up for support. And so again, that was going to be a key level heading to the next day. Wednesday, same thing, above it, looking for ways to take it long, below it, looking for ways to short it. But actually, I believe this day I didn't trade because this day was FOMC, and I don't like trading during FOMC. There's not lots of volatility. So yeah, pretty much we chopped around the morning, and then obviously FOMC, you could see the large spikes of volume, similar to what I said last week. I don't really recommend it. Same thing, same level comes in mind. This was on Thursday, and so we were opening above it, still looking for ways. And the market actually dipped below it. And again, like the weekly bearish below level actually became very important. It was pretty much the most important level throughout my week. But keep in mind, there's days where I go into the fixed TPO and I look at different levels, right? But it just happened to be that this week we just had the weekly bearish be very important throughout the whole week. So same thing, opened above it. We actually dipped into that previous. This was Thursday, I believe. Yeah, so on Thursday we actually dipped into the previous day's value, and we actually weren't able to maintain below it. So once we saw that, um, I actually I don't think it was right here, but this right here on this dip right here is I believe when I got the market long. This was on, yeah, this dip right here I got the market long. Yeah, I remember. And first target was around, and I could tell you right now. I could pull up my journal, and I'm sorry once again for the stuttering and stuff. But on Thursday was I believe the 30th. Again, here's my analysis on Thursday. We had FOMC, pretty lackluster day. But again, buyers, as long as we maintain above the weekly level, I'm going to look for ways to take a market long, targeting 6104 and then 6122, which is the unfilled gap. And so that's exactly what I did. I closed 60% of it at 6104, and the rest was actually aiming for 6111. It was kind of that previous low around here, 6111, and so that's actually what I was aiming for. But unfortunately, the market did pull back. I was still holding through that level because I was technically still not wrong and I'm still riding the momentum. However, my stop loss was then adjusted to this pivot low, and once we dumped below that, I took the rest. So again, I missed the target a little bit by like 2 points, but again, I'm happy because I followed my plan. I got my first target, my second target unfortunately didn't hit, but again, it's following your plan. And then Friday, same thing. Friday we had new levels develop, and I was actually looking to take the market long. Actually, I believe my level around this, but again, this is all now based off the daily profiles. I was actually looking around 6122 to 6116.25, and so you can see from 22 right here in 1625, it was actually. And if you want me to draw it real quick. There's that little level, and it was actually respecting it pretty nicely overnight. And so that's what I was kind of looking for. And so we were here, we're bouncing above it, but again, this morning I was predicting a little bit of consolidation and a little bit of choppiness in the morning. So I wanted to let the market develop a little bit more. And so once I saw that around here, and I was saying this all intraday, you could see, and this is all updated intraday. I always like to keep my stuff updated and, honest. And so this is on the 31st, I believe. Let me see. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, so right here, again, this is what my analysis. I was kind of expecting the market to consolidate a little bit and wait for it to break to one side or the other to then take the opportunity long or short. And so once I did see a break above, I was looking for pullbacks into the 29, into that area to actually take the market long. However, I was very cautious because the VIX was giving a bit of signs of, iffiness. And so, one second. Yeah, the market was still giving signs of iffiness for long, so I was very cautious on it. But however, I was looking for a pullback into the 29 specifically, and we missed it by a point. We literally missed it by a point. I was a bit upset, but again, okay. And so eventually this did ride, but again, very cautious of taking this market long just because of the VIX was giving different opinions, and that goes into play for my intraday. But again, the weekly level is very important throughout the whole week. It's not always going to be like that, but it just happened to be very important throughout the whole week. And so now heading into this week, obviously new levels develop, right? When there's new volume overlapping the previous volume, that's when new levels develop for me. And so at this level, looking at it, 6049 gets deleted. Things that haven't really been touched is what I keep. So I still have this weekly level here, but it's not going to be my bullish above my This is going to be just all-time highs now, and you could actually color that a different color like orange if you want. Uh, I like to leave it orange for all-time highs. But now looking at this, we had a double distribution week. Kind of we had this, or it was kind of like a triple distribution week, but the main distribution is going to be here in the middle. So obviously this is going to be kind of important for me. So I truly believe that heading into this week, my main levels are going to be 60.04, and this is basically the high of the high volume, and this is going to be my bullish level above. Our weekly bullish above. And so above this, I believe, remember, keep in mind, a lot of transactions occurred in this, and that's why there's a lot of volume. So if we're able to maintain above, people are interested of attempting new higher prices, right? And so that's going to be one of my personal one. I believe we could possibly target 61.43 levels like that, possibly even all-time highs. And I think truly believe that my weekly bullish below level is going to be 62. Again, keep in mind the market is gapping down insanely. Do I know why? Absolutely not. But I think that's going to be pretty important. But again, I don't really think these levels are going to be as important. So, but I still like to plot them down because they're going to be important. So when we come back eventually in those levels, so I would even put my level around 61.13. This is going to be my weekly bearish below level. We did again have majority of this volume here, and so that's kind of what I'm going to be looking for. So weekly bearish below. And so now actually heading into tomorrow, giving it to you guys, I believe 73 is going to be very important. 73 is going to be very important. Watch out for that overall, and you can even see that overnight we're actually respecting it very well. So again, these levels aren't just for anything; they're based off the weekly profiles, and so that's going to be very important for me. But this is a weekly analysis for me. Again, weekly bearish below is going to be below the 713 level. This is where we saw that large spike above, and we were holding. So I think if we maintain below it, then yeah. Also, another thing I like to keep in mind, in the case that we ever open up into this area again, in this area right here, expect a bit of consolidation, right? Expect a little bit of zigzag here. This is a little pocket of low volume, and so if we get into this, usually these areas tend to fill up, right? They're trying to fix that low volume, and so expect some sideways action, right? When I open up in low volume, I'm gonna expect a bit of a chop, and so that's kind of just an idea have there. But weekly bearish below 13, 73 is gonna be my main level heading into tomorrow. And yeah, honestly, these are my levels. Um, you know, be patient. Same thing that I advise as always. Be patient. Look into the intraday. Look into everything. And yeah, if all these are suited for you, then more than happy to continue to upload these videos if you guys find this as of importance. But to even show you guys here a whole merge profile of the week here, you can kind of see we had that large excess up, and so we kind of do want to fill that below. We did have a little bit of buying below that area, so even I would even respect 64 as an area of importance here. But again, I think this 6103 just because of that excess. I would even give it just 6012, just to be a little bit more exact. But again, hope you guys really enjoy these videos. Continue to put them out for the weekly analysis. And yeah, peace, guys.